Shortly we will announce, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Summerset Supreme Award. We have this evening paid tribute to those who have achieved excellence in the sport in the last year. And now we would like to take a moment to acknowledge someone who is among those who've set the standard for the rest to follow. Qualifications for Hall of Fame is that you have to have been retired from the sport for at least 5 years. She was capped in 1998 and represented New Zealand 134 times. Her debut year saw her in the role of skip for the women's four in Kuala Lumpur for the Commonwealth Games 20 years ago. The team missed out on a medal, but the desire to win was there, and Anne, again taking the skip position, led a strong team to the 1999 Asia-Pacific event. The women's team took the gold medal in the triples, fours, contributing significantly to New Zealand holding the overall trophy for the 1999 Asia-Pacific competition. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to join with me in welcoming tonight's Hall of Fame recipient, Anne Lomas. Yes, the 2000 World Champs in Moama is where she would achieve her second double gold medal haul, again in the triples and fours. She shared this momentous occasion playing alongside Sharon and Patsy Jorgensen and Zhang Khan in the fours. In 2002, she represented New Zealand at the Commonwealth Games for a second time. That was Manchester, playing alongside Zhang Khan, Patsy Jorgensen and Wendy Jensen. The New Zealand four came home with the bronze medal. Anne's contribution to bowls is not just 4 very busy years on the international stage from 1998 to 2002. Belonging to the Hanua Bowling Club, Anne has won 15 Counties Manukau Centre titles and holds in excess of 40 club titles. There was no difference in her attitude or passion, whether it was nationals or helping the new bowlers in her club. She has led by example, but it was always about the team. Her sporting manner was exemplary. On and off the green, she has been a positive force. Ladies and gentlemen, inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight, Anne Lomas.
I thought my days were gone, having to stand in front of a whole heap of bowlers and sort of say a few words of thank you or, you know, congrats or whatever. And I had a speech all prepared, but it sort of made me start thinking about other things and where it all began. And that's why I've got this, all right? It began at the Hunua Bowling Club. I was a second-year bowler, and a mate and I started the ladies section of the Hunua Club. And my team consisted of me, second-year bowler, and 3 first-year players. They were my sister and 2 mates, Karen Forrest and Helen Hawkins. And that's where my grounding started. And it just shows that it doesn't matter where you are or what you want, you need those special people that make this happen. And they were I grounded. And then as I started to play, I was starting to get a little bit better at this. And I thought, I can do a little bit more than this. And at that time, there was the Masters, the Auckland Masters. And I came home one day, I was about 3rd year bowler and I'd won the club title, and I sort of said to Joe, I'm going to enter this Masters singles tournament. And he said, you've got to be fucking joking. And I thought, stuff you. Joe's hubby here. I said, stuff you, you watch. So I went out and I came home that night and my chest was puffed out and I said, take that. 4 wins I had today. And he sort of was throwing back a bit and he said, okay. So I went back the next day and went plonk. But anyway, it made me very determined that I could do a lot more. A few years later, I went back and played that same event. And I had to beat the very famous Millie. And once I beat Millie, I went through and won it. And that made me realise that I could go all the way. And hence, this is where I got. And the few special people in my life, other than the ones I've already mentioned, is Joe, because he had to put up with all this shit, and he was the one that gave me the hardest time. He was the one that sort of said things that made me do the opposite, hence this today. And then it's my family, Andre, first world title. Sharon was part of that. Oh, no, you weren't. Yes, you were. Sharon was part of that. And we came home from the Fours a couple of days later and I had this humongous bouquet of flowers there. I looked and I thought, Jesus, come all the way from England. Well, that's where Andre was, from England, you know, this big bouquet of flowers. And we went out and we tripped the triples as well. So it was a pretty mean effort. And my final step in all of that was I went to the Commonwealth Games and my daughter was there. And that's when I retired. I thought, blow this, I'm getting out while I'm on top. I didn't quite do everything I set out to do. I had a chart and I marked it all off. These are all the things I have to do to get to where I got. And the only time I failed was a bronze. It should have been a gold at the comms. But other than that, I did everything that I ever wanted. And thank you to all my mates and all the bowlers, my family. And ironically, our lady over here that's Player of the Year, Jo and I started off together in the academy. Cheers, Jo. You're amazing.
Congratulations, Anne. I love that comment about, what was it? Your husband says one thing, so you go and do exactly the opposite? Just like every other marriage I've ever known. I've been married for 34 years. I never knew that to happen. And thank you to Sharon as well. Plenty of time for the old teammates, of course, to get together and reminisce about that World Championship double and to say that I can't believe it was 18 years ago. It is now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the Summerset Supreme Award, the ultimate award. And to present this, it's my pleasure to call the CEO of Summerset Retirement Villages, Julian Cook, to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Julian Cook. Now, all the winners in their respected categories are up for the award tonight. It is the best of the best competing for the top. To recap, each winner of their category is a finalist for the Summerset. The contenders are Club of the Year, Stokes Valley Bowling Club; Coach of the Year, Rachel Wyburn-Curtin; Club Person of the Year, John Latimer; Greenkeeper of the Year, Morris Symes over here; Umpire of the Year at the back, Michael Johnson; Development Player of the Year Female, Leanne Poulsen; Development Player of the Year Male, Seamus Curtin; Player of the Year Female, Jo Edwards; Player of the Year Male, Ali Forsyth; the Para Sport Award, the Commonwealth Games 2018 Para Triples; and Team of the Year, Wellington Men's Inter-Centre. So there we have the 11 category winners, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner of the Summerset Supreme Award is Jo Edwards. We already know Jo is among New Zealand's finest bowlers, the holder of 3 Commonwealth Games medals, numerous international medals. Always focused and continually seeking improvement in her game, Jo continues to challenge herself in training and game preparation. The most capped player ever, 536 matches for New Zealand. She's a role model, an ambassador, an inspiration to our bowling community. The name of Jo Edwards will forever be linked with the sport of lawn bowls in this country. She is the winner of the Summerset Supreme Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Jo Edwards.
Thank you very much. I suppose it's you don't do what you do day in, day out for these sorts of things, but I think it's a recognition for so many more people than just me. My club mates, you know, that the past players that, you know, a lot of are in the room tonight, the current players and the watch this space, to the up and coming players that are going to represent the Blackjacks with immense pride. I think I've been around the traps a wee while, as Anne said, and big congratulations, Anne, thoroughly deserved, and Hall of Fame has some amazing players in that, and been around for a while, but I think, a lot of things inspire me, but I think one of the big things is the para team. You guys and girls that have been before are a big part of our Blackjacks family, as well with the support staff, coaches, Koshik, Mark. You do make our job a lot easier than what it could be. But watching you para guys, see what you do. I wasn't expected to be here again to make another speech, so I suppose I'd leave on a bit of a funny story about Peter Horn, Hooks. He was in the Manchester Commonwealth Games team, and such an inspiration, no feet, no hands. He's got a hook here, hence the nickname, but he's got a plate on the other hand, and he balances the bowl on the plate and lets it rip, and is just unbelievable. But back in 2001, when I was first started, we had actually, Seamus, were you born then? One. I feel old. We had a camp before going to Manchester on a Tamaki Green in Auckland, and which was, the speed of the green that was going to be in England, and I got tapped on the shoulder by the anti-doping people for a random drugs test. Now, I'm pretty new to the scene, and little did I know, Hooks also got tapped on the shoulder to go for a drugs test. So we go in, there's a few cubicles, and so he's in the cubicle beside me, and I'm beside him. Can't see each other, obviously. And I'm a bit nervous because, I go to close the door and they're like, no, we have to see it leave your body. And, okay, so, you drop your decks and put your shirt up under your bra, and it's a little bit vulnerable. And I'm like a bit nervous, and they tell you at the start that you can't put anything inside the beaker because it could contaminate your sample. So Hooks is in the next cubicle, and he's got a guy with him, and he's there, and he says, you're going to have to hold it for me. The beaker, guys. And you can almost see this guy, and he's going, I'm not holding it for you. And he's going, well, look at me. He said, I can hold it with my hook, but half my hook's going to be inside the beaker. He said, and you said we're not allowed to do that. He said, I can't hold it with the other one. He said, what am I supposed to do? And you can kind of see this guy going through, and he's like, okay, I'll hold it for you. So I'm trying to do mine, and I've done a bit, and 80 mils, like, how much is that? I wouldn't have a clue. So I've done a wee bit and hold it up, and she said, no, you need to do more. Back I go again, trying to do this other one, and beside me, Hooks has finished his, and he just politely says to the guy, will you shake it for me? And well, my cup overflowed. I had enough for a couple of samples, but and look, we have a lot of laughs, but seriously, guys, you are an inspiration to me, and I know the rest of the Blackjacks certainly look up to you and really respect you, and to be part of the Blackjacks team again, I know I talk about it a lot. It's a family, and I really enjoy being part of it. So, thanks very much. Thanks, Bowls New Zealand. Cheers.
Thank you, Joe. Channeling your inner Benny Hill as you went. Congratulations, Joe Edwards, winner of the overall Supreme Award. Now, just one quick thing before we finish. We would like to have all the winners gathered together for photographs in front of that screen over there. I know this is a bit like herding cats to try to get you all together, but if all the winners could go over there for a photograph, that would be great. It's also a chance for you as a winner perhaps to have a photo with, say, a family member to provide a memento for the night as well. That brings an end to the official part of this evening. Well done, Joe, again. Congratulations. Thank you to Brendan Lovegrove. And I'll leave you, ladies and gentlemen, with this thought. To enjoy the perfect evening, you should eat with good people, you should drink with good people, and you should sleep with a contented mind. And I hope you have enough of the first two to ensure the third. Enjoy the night. Thank you for having me. Good night.